Boom. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. Super excited to see all of you that are here today. Hey, do me a favor. If your camera's off, turn it on. My man Dan is in the house. Super nice to see you. Let me get a big screen here so I can see all your smiling. Cheryl, you have not had enough yet. Welcome. Super excited to have you. William, Lisa, type in the chat bar, Lisa. How pumped are you getting? You're getting pretty excited? I hope so. I'm pretty excited for you. Hey, Stuart, nice to see you. Brendan in the house. Mike. Hey, John, what's going on? Everybody else, Brian, nice to see you guys. Probably have some more people joining, but if it's okay with you, I say we get started. Can you write in the chat bar, let's do it? Find the chat bar, everybody. Type in, let's do it. I have a lot of great information to share with you guys. And I was pretty excited for a couple reasons. One, I knew we were going to have a smaller group. And I was like, you know what? It's really good. It's going to be intimate. We're going to be able to make sure we're focused on each other. I'm going to be able to look at the chat bar a little more. So I'm really excited that this is going to be a smaller group tonight. The other thing is I'd love to know where you're checking in from. So type in real quick, New Jersey. Where are you located at? What do we got here? New Hampshire. Yep. All right. New York. Yeah. And also I got a couple really cool podcasts coming out. Man, I was on a great one today, one the other day. So you guys got to keep an eye out for these podcasts. I keep posting them on my on my Facebook. So I hope you're in there. Also, what would help me, and hey, Tom Hack, Josh Wheeler, Jeff Lewis, if you guys could turn on your chat bar, your screen, it'd be cool, unless you're naked or something, like just turn it on and only show your head. That's okay. Keep the rest covered, or flip it on and off real quick. I'm not shy, so it's okay. I'll look either way. I want to know, what business are you in? What business are you in? Type it in the chat bar. This will help me make sure as I'm delivering this information. And maybe type in the chat bar, like, are you okay making more money? Put in dollar signs if you're okay with that. Making more money? Is that okay? I think that today, it's making more money, not being gifted more money. Does that make sense? Right? Like, if you're gifted money, that's like what we call government, and they gift it to you. Well, then what happens is when they don't gift it to you no more, but you didn't build the muscle, then what happens? You don't gain the skill. Someone told me today in a text message. Oh, I'll read it to you. It's pretty funny. Because I get calls, I get messages like this, text messages and Facebook messages every single day. And he said, this is funny, John. He said, want to buy a plumbing business for $10 million and make that life, business, and wealth by design for me? I said, laugh out loud. And rob you from your growing experience? No, thank you. Yeah, of course I could scale your damn company because I've been doing it forever. I did 500 million in sales. Of course I could scale it. But if you never learn how to scale it, have any of you figured this out? Let's see if you'll be honest. Because I found out, I thought that, like, hey, I'll get rid of this because I suck at that. And I'm going to go do that. And I won't suck at that. And guess what happened, everybody? I left what I was no good at, went to do something else, and found out what, Cheryl? I was no good at that too. You know why? Hey, Tom, nice to see your face. Because if you don't build the skills, you won't enhance, but you fight against the resistance because you're like, and not you guys, right? I mean, John, none of you, Tom, you never had bad employees, right? They've all been amazing. Isn't that true? Like, they've all been incredible. Only me has had that person you just look in your warehouse and go, is this what life turned into? That guy being in my life. Is this what it's about, right? How many of you are new to my world? Connie, hey, Nice to see you, Connie. Nice to see you. How many of you are new in my world? Type in new in the chat bar. Mike, new. You're not new, brother. Come on. Anybody who needs one of the top insurance people out there, if you own a service business, which a lot of you do, or any business, you need to, Mike, can you just put your contact information in there, please? If anybody's not sure if they have the right protection and insurance, guess what? Just take his information, reach out to him. He's one of the nicest guys you're going to meet, and have him review it. Josh says newish. Okay, new. Mike's not new. Some of you know me. For those of you that may not have been in my world, and those of you that have, could I give my 2 minutes about myself? Can you type in like, yes, it's okay? Is it okay? Because otherwise, people that are new, they're going to come on. They're going to go, this guy, he's loud. I'm pretty sure he's Italian. He's intense. Why am I going to listen to him? And they won't know any background, right? So I like to give a little bit of background. The other thing about backgrounds is, and I'm going to find some good pictures for you guys if that's cool. The other thing about backgrounds is to show you like, hey, I can relate. I can relate to you. I can. It was funny. Cheryl was on it yesterday. I don't know if anybody else was. We were doing our kickoff session because John, we have, oh man, we got a whole bunch of events in New Jersey right over here in a private house that are coming up. One of them next week. Is anybody coming next week, the 13th and 14th? All right, some hands up. Give me a big boom in the chat bar, Lisa and Cheryl. And that's called Speak Your Impact. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you that. One, there is a couple spots in that. So if anybody's close to New Jersey, you want to come for 2 days. And if I could just share real language, is that all right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. If you're feeling fatigued, you're feeling weak, and you're full of a lot of excuses, well, you might want to come to the 2-day in-person Speak Your Impact. It's in the house. There's no more than 30 people there, which means it's a lot of connection, and it's all about breaking through, because it's not about just breaking through. It's about breaking forward because you want to scale something. And a lot of people, you know, I don't want to say I'm fortunate enough, because it's not luck and it's not fortune that I helped over 70 business owners sell their companies in the last 36 months and created more decamillionaires in the service industry than anybody on the planet that I know. And I never asked for equity in their companies, even though I do partnership deals today. I found out the ones that did it kept breaking through themselves. And the ones that suffer in cash and hiring and recruiting and culture and operations, they never broke through themselves, right? They never broke through. So we have that coming up. If anybody's interested, Aaron, maybe let's just throw the link in there. If you guys want to check it out, it is by application. You cannot just take out your credit card and pay for it, because I approve everybody, because Lisa's coming, Cheryl's come, a bunch of people, and they're counting on me not to put a nasty person in the room or an ego person in there. And I promise not to do that. Then we have venture velocity. So, and I'm telling you this for a reason, because I want to share what happened yesterday. Venture velocity is anybody that wants to grow a company, do partnerships of some kind, do some kind of partnerships, and also they want to build and know how to exit someday. Do any of you want to exit a company someday? Type in exit in the chat bar. Andrew, nice to see you. Do not type while you're driving, man. That's all I need is your wife or partner or someone to be messaging me. This damn guy's watching you all the time and texting and driving. So I'll know that you're acknowledging me, okay? But yeah, Tom, you want to exit someday, right? Maybe like some people you knew, like Jim Clark and Chuck and Deb Hartlaub and 67 others. And we got 5 more companies exited in the next 2 months, which is really exciting as a change legacy. You don't learn, listen, everybody, I'm going to send it to you in my mind and out my voice. You don't learn how to exit when you're ready to exit. You learn how to exit so you know how to exit when that time comes. You don't learn how to invest money when you finally get money. You learn how to invest money so when you have money, you can invest it quickly. So that's what venture velocity is. It's 3 days. Holy mackerel, the people in that room. It's actually, it's 31 people. So just so you know, those, I'm squeezing in a couple because they're begging me to come. What am I supposed to do? Tell them I can't squeeze you? I'm like, you got to sit in the kitchen by the stove. But if anybody is interested, I'll see if I have another spot. The link's there. At least check out the link. I don't know if I'll ever do it again because some of you that are new in my world, we have this company called Food Dog Group. This is our give back to humanity. This is how we're helping people like Cheryl and Lisa and a lot of you. My beautiful wife, she's off camera because she's getting prepared for a big training she's going to do. But we have a portfolio company that we're focused on building. I mean, the goal is to build it to 500 million by 2030. So this is not Victor and Dan, man, I've earned the right for you guys to be here. Or are you like watching me? You guys are, Mike Gaines must have been like, you better go watch him. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. And so we are building our own portfolio of business for fun. And yeah, why don't you guys, hey, one of you, let's have Dan. Dan, can you put your information in there real quick? Hey, guys, if anybody's looking for a fractional CFO company, they're going to put a link, okay? But the only reason they're going to talk to you is you're going to have to mention Food Dog. Otherwise, they have like a waiting list, and they're specialists at helping people fix their companies, prepare it, and also build for an exit. So if anybody is interested in Venture Velocity, let me know. But this time is more important than ever. So back to yesterday, it was interesting. My wife, if anybody was on it, she was texting me why I was teaching. Cheryl, do not acknowledge that at all. And I'm like, are you texting me? So she's off screen today. So she's probably only going to text me. She loves me because I was able to get something done that she needed today. But let's dig in. Today is about creating money. It's called Money Surge for a reason. And I'm going to give you, and we're going to go right around an hour. I'm going to try to keep it a little tighter, but I'm going to throw it a lot faster. And some of you that are new in the world, you may not be used to this speed. So I'm just going to tell you, like, just try to go a little quicker, because if I slow down, you know, it just won't work the best for everybody. And part of what I'm going to share about the money surge with you, besides how to get more leads, more sales, greater cash flow, and I'm going to give you, I wrote down 7 strategies. So it's going to be about 7 strategies. And this really is a great fit. It will work for any company, but if you're a company 1 to 10 million, well, this is a game changer for you. But I want to let you know, I didn't make this up. Let me share my first picture so you guys can relate. Hey, Brendan, nice to see you. This is me. No judging, please. I'm probably 16, 17 here. So I'm an electrician by trade. That's what I went to school for, in vocational. So if any of you like are in the grind of life and you're thinking that you could never get out of it, well, I'm going to tell you, I want to share with you, to go from that to this, okay, to go from that to this, you see this here? That is not the picture of all our trucks, because that was years before I sold in 2017. I mean, I did over 500 million in both my companies. So I understand sales and marketing and operations really, really good. But that's a pretty impressive picture. Even though that company went to 32 million when I sold it, it was tracking for 40 million. We had an exit where, and just so you guys know, I know, Tom, you said you want to exit, but you might want to exit the way I did. Sign my name, walk away, say, I love you, everyone, and never go back. If that sounds cool, type in cool in the chat bar. Like, that's the type of exit you want to do, not because you hate the company. See, you don't sell a company. Write this down, everybody. You don't sell a company. You sold yourself into a bigger future. You with me? Cheryl, you with me? All of you? You don't sell a company, you sell yourself into your bigger future, which I did, and why I'm going to share, because I don't just build trainings to hear myself speak, even though my wife says, you do love to hear yourself speak, Mike. And I'm like, yeah, I do, but that's not why I'm doing this. I did it because I went back in time and said, okay, what did I use? Look, what did I use from teaching over 1,000 business owners. 1,000. I've now helped in over 500 different industries, did over 500 million and had over 20,000 tradespeople, team members, leaders, managers, directors, CEOs, CFO, COO, CMO come through trainings. I learned a few things here. I learned what never to do and what has the most predictable things to put in place to get success. And that's why we decided to do these private trainings. We have a bunch of them over 3 weeks because I know if I put 30 people in a room, these were fun to do. These were great. I love big events. It's a lot of energy. But I will tell you that when you have a private intensive and you put 30 people in a room, you can't run from yourself. Does that make sense? Type in makes sense. You can't escape. You can't escape. So that's what we did. We created opportunities for right fit people to come. If any of you are interested, hit me up, private message me, or fill out the application and we'll have a quick conversation. We'll get you there. All right. The other thing is, this is what I feel a lot of you are here for. Let me show you this. A lot of you are here for this. Maybe you're here because you say to yourself, you know what? Family's the most important thing in the world. Now, this is me and my wife. That's, you know when that is? That's Lisa. That's on the roof of the house you're coming back to, right? That's on the roof deck up there. And that was one of the sunsets. And we took a picture there. So I'll share with you, if you're going to listen to this information, please, don't be here for entertainment tonight. I know I can be a little entertaining. I don't want you here for entertainment. I want you here because I want you to take action on some things. And some clicked for me the other day. Can I share what clicked? Type in clicked in the chat bar. Can I share what clicked for me? Some of you heard it yesterday, and I'm going to share it again. Jeff, you're going to want to listen to this. Let me see. Hey, Diego, nice to see you, my man. Sean, you're going to want to listen to this. I figured something out with coaches the other day, and I figured it out, Tom, by having a call. I was on a call with someone, and I'm on for 10 minutes, and this never happened to you, Tom, I promise, but just me. And the guy says, everything's falling apart. Everything's falling apart. They don't answer the phone right. They don't sell anything on the job. They don't call when they're on the job. The dispatcher's an idiot. I don't know what the service manager's doing. And I go like this. Oh my God. Who? Now I use the F word. I'm like, who the fuck is coaching you? He goes, well, I'm working with so-and-so. I'm not going to mention the name. And I said, well, what are they doing with you? He goes, well, they keep telling me, answer the phone with this big fancy script and use this fancy software. And I'm like, stop. You know what I said, Tom? You can't put $30 million systems in a company under 5 million. Can you type in logic? Can you type in logic in the chat bar? Is this logical? If I give you $30 million systems to put in your company, I don't care what company, I don't care if it's a martial arts school, a massage therapist company, I don't care. If you try to put $30 million infrastructure in a $5 million company, it will break. It will break. I'm like, so you know, Tom, I told him, stop, take a deep breath, answer the phone, be nice. Is that hard, everybody? Can you type in be nice in the chat bar? You know, everybody's programmed, John, do unto others as they do unto you. Oh, so if you poke me in the eye, I should stab you in the face. That sounds like a bad world. How about this? Do unto others better than they do unto you. So I told him, stop. Be nice on the effing phone. Say hello. What do you need? I can help you. How's Tuesday morning sound? It's $89. We'll come out. We'll do a great job. Is that good? Yes. I'll see you Tuesday fucking morning at 8 a.m. Okay, John, are we done? Like, do we need to do anything else? We don't need fancy. You're not fancy yet. Don't be fancy. But we have all these coaches out there, all these golden childs, like, look, no, don't do that. Don't do that. So if you're working with anybody who's giving you shit that's just not working, just stop. Stop. At least message me on Facebook. I don't have a robot talking to you. It's me, I promise you. You'll know my spelling's normally off, So it's me because I can't spell. I'm a horrible speller. But I'm going to tell you, just stop that. So let's make some money. Is it okay if we make some money, do some things here? Let's do it. You guys got me all excited. When John shows up and Mike shows up and Dan and Lisa, when you guys show up, you get me very energized here. All right. So let's talk about what's coming a little bit here. I want to know from you, if you could pick one thing, I know you have a lot. If you could pick one thing, your largest concern over the next 12 months, what is it? Type in the chat bar. What's your largest concern? Is it the puppet show that's going on? Is it the restriction of inventory? Is it the cost of effing eggs? Huh. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure it's a golden goose that's crapping those eggs out because they should be the cost of gold. It might be even more. It might be close to the cost of gold eggs thing. If you're buying it from Whole Foods, it might be more. People. Okay. Identity. Economic contract. Josh, I did a report. I'm going to share with you because it's a small group here. I'm going to share with you guys if it's okay with you. Let me show you this. I did a report. I'm going to show it. Let me put it over here in a separate link here for you guys. I did this report called Economic Triangulation. Do you guys want to see it a little bit? It just sounds fancy as shit, right? But it's more than fancy. Can I just show it to you because you said it in the chat bar? And remember, it's not about what I prepared for you. Puppets do what they prepared, okay? Experts do what people need. Mike, did you get that? Okay. Puppets just prepare and they regurgitate it. Experts deliver what you need. So I want to give you some stuff that you need here. This was really setting the stage for the 3-day training I built, which I'll have to peel it up a little bit. If you can see it, thumbs up. Lisa, can you see it? Yeah, Cheryl? Okay, thanks. I built this, and it was the catalyst to me to say, I better do a 3-day training called Venture Velocity, because one, people don't know how to scale companies today. They're telling me my pay-per-click, my SEO. I'm like, don't talk to me about marketing, please. I'm doing it for 30 years. I've been on the stages with the top marketers in the world. What you're saying makes no sense to me, right? You're playing a game that you don't even understand the game. I mean, if you didn't understand how football was played, like a 1-year-old watches football, they're just like, they don't know how the game is played, so they can't play the game. This was called economic triangulation. This was my catalyst, everybody, to build the 3-day venture velocity training to teach people how to scale, do partnerships, and prepare for an exit if it's today, tomorrow, or 5 or 10 years from now. And an exit's not always sell. It could be transition to your family, right? There's a lot of terms for exit. And I built this, let me go, because this is what someone said there, economic, right? Look, the unemployment rate. And this is what I've been watching, studying, and this is how I've been able to help people through the pandemic, through the craziness of, even 9/11 and Y2K. I've been through all of those, 2008, right? And then look here, I've been watching vehicle repossession. So yeah, there is real economic concern out there. Hang on, Josh, Cheryl. There's only economic concern for those that don't know how to navigate it. Do you get it? If I took a kid and put him in a boat and threw him in the ocean, it's going to be pretty bad. If I took an expert and put him in a high-engineered ship, they're prepared. They could go through big waves. Tsunamis don't kill them. So this is what I was working on. Look, the amount of foreclosures, the interest rates. I made the key observations, and then I went and identified what they want to talk to you. Don't you love Channel 7 News? One week they're like this. Hey, let me take this down so I can see you. Hey, John, Looks like this is going to be a soft landing. I mean, what is a soft landing? I don't even know what this. And then someone else says, look like it's going to be a hard landing. Do any of you guys ever get, Lisa, do you ever get vitamin IVs? Do you ever get vitamin IVs? So we got a vitamin IV the other day, and the woman, it's the first woman that said this. Okay, ready? Big pinch. I was like, what the F? Can you say tiny pinch? Why the hell do I need big pinch? I think she was putting a big needle in there or something. But it's all about the framing, and some of you have been framed by what's happening in the world. So let me ask the next question. So since you know your largest concern, and Aaron, we'll make sure we capture those. What is your largest, ready? Flip your brain. Cacao. You like that noise. I know you did. What's your largest untapped opportunity in your industry? Think. Let's type it. What is the largest untapped opportunity in your industry? Because anything I teach you, if you only know the bad, and what is this picture of this? This is impressive, this, Andrew. What do you put here? Mike, check this house out. Dock lights. Dock lights. Man, that's a nice looking house there. Yeah. That house should go on discount soon because a lot of real estate will be, but that's an impressive house. All right. Finding the right people to work. Okay. So that's the largest untapped opportunity, right? Does anybody run to work for a shitty leader? They're like, oh, that's a really nasty leader. I'm going to go work for him. They don't. We have a waiting list of people. We just hired someone else the other day. We have a waiting list of people that want to work for us. Not because the company, we are amazing, but we're amazing leaders. That's why they want to come. Automation through AI for handling efficiency. Yeah, I have some thoughts on that AI stuff. I don't know if we'll go into it here. You know, I do watch, Josh. I watch some people, they don't know how to talk, communicate well, but they're using AI. Like, so they're kind of putting the cart before the horse. So some people are putting things in place, but I agree with you. It's a huge opportunity if it's leveraged properly. So Josh, since you typed that, robots, huh? How fast? How soon? Go ahead, tell me in the chat bar. How fast? How soon? You know this changes the game for all of you. Robots in every household. Next 10 years, one robot in every household. Pretty good. I've been trying to buy one already. So, okay. Untap. Next thing. This one's more for me, and I want to do it. It's either a yes or no. This has to set the stage for us. Yes or no? Yes. You know you're perfect, what we would call, ready, Willem? What we would call your perfect avatar. You know what avatar is? It's your perfect customer profile. Do you know it? The age, let's see if you do know it. The age, where they live, what they eat, what time they go to bed, what kind of credit cards they have. What is their, do they use Gmail? Do they use Yahoo, Google? Like, how do they have 1 dog, 3 dogs, cats, a wife? How many kids? What kind of cars do they have? Knowing that, do you know your customer that you want really good or just okay? Tell me in the chat bar. Let's see what we got. I'm going to tell you, don't feel bad. 99% of business owners today, they only have a generalized idea. Thank you for your honesty. Anybody that's doing marketing for you, let's say John reaches out to me and says, Mike, and I don't do this. I don't have an agency right now. I thought about it because I'm so disgusted with the marketing world. And he said to me, Mike, I want you to do my online marketing. I said, okay, your customer, how many dogs do they own? He'd go, well, I don't know how many effing dogs they own. I said, what do they eat on Friday? Is it Pizza Friday or they eat Italian food? What do they eat? I don't know what the F they eat. How much gold do they have? Do they have gold? Do they like silver? What's their favorite? Are they online bank or in-person bank? What do they do? And he's going to go, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't even know who you're trying to attract. And you're mad at the agency because they can't get you anything, but they're trying to talk to everybody. They're trying to talk to everybody. Can you see if you just fix that, how much better would your marketing work? Give me like in dollar signs. How many dollar signs would you put there? I know for a fact because this is when we take on a portfolio, okay? Tom, when we take on a new portfolio customer and we're bringing them on and we're partnering, which normally we'll do 20, 30, 40% equity in partnerships and companies. The number one thing we do is fix the avatar, fix their customer. Because everything else I teach you, without having this right, you're on a ship with a hole in it. You're on a ship with a hole. Now, there's a whole process on how to dial that in. We do not have enough time for that. Those of you that are coming to Venture Velocity will dig it in. Speak your impact. Feel free to ask the questions. All right, I got a couple more for you, and then I'm going to dig in and give you some action items here. What limiting belief? What limiting belief? Okay, so we're going to be real. It's a small group here inside our mind. What limiting belief is holding your business back from achieving its greatest potential? What limiting belief is holding your business back from reaching your greatest potential? Type it in the chat bar. What is it? You know what a limiting belief is? Not enough clients, too many competitors. What else is a limiting belief? I don't have enough people. I don't have enough money. My brand sucks. Cheryl says self-worth. That's a huge one. Cheryl, people don't feel worthy. I don't charge that because I'm not worthy. People don't come to me. I'm not Chuck Norris. So why would they come to me? Right? Okay. What else is there? I'm not ready for success. Yeah. Do you know a lot of you have self-sabotage? You don't even realize it because you probably look at the intuitiveness of this. Look at what happens. When people are really wealthy, do the majority of the people compliment them or judge them? Tell me in the chat bar. When you see someone, they have 2 or 3 homes, fancy cars, do they say, congratulations? That's what I do. I come across someone, they got a beautiful house. I say, congratulations. Great job. I'm proud of you. They say, wow. People don't ever say that to me. They say, look at you, big shot. Look at this, right? So internally, I bet, and all of you are here, all of you have had some success. Do any of you have any family that poke at your success? Tell me in the chat bar. A sister-in-law, a brother-in-law. What do you think? A neighbor? Look at you with your new car, big shot. Right? So they poke at you. So your internal mind does not say, prove them wrong, get a lot more. Your mind says, don't get more. Don't get more. Right? This is the starving artist syndrome, right? If you look at gym owners, martial artists, massage, a lot of these people that are trying to heal the world, they're so confused. They're thinking, and maybe some of you will get offended now, but they're thinking like if Jesus was around today, he would still ride a donkey. No, are you fucking kidding me? Dude's jumping in a fucking Lamborghini probably or something. He's not riding no damn donkey. You know what I'm saying? He's not riding a donkey today. But you guys, you're like, hey, it's avoidance because it's success avoidance. It is. It's success avoidance. And they feel like because I'm a healer and I give back, I got to do it for nothing. No, just so you know, you're robbing people when you do that. You're robbing people. I just offered someone an opportunity to come to one of my trainings. I said, look, we'll work out something. I'll help you out. Just like any of you. You want to come to training? I'll finance it. I'll help you out. And he said, I can't do anything. I said, you can't do anything? If you don't do anything, then what's going to happen is what am I teaching you? If you're not willing to even fair exchange, you're not willing to go on social media and say something about me, like, what is that saying? You're actually I'm robbing you from the experience of growth. Does that make sense? Give me a make sense in the chat bar there. And I don't want to rob you from that. I don't want to rob you. My last question for you guys, and thank you for playing full out, is, are any of you, when you think about your future, do any of you dream about having a portfolio of companies that bring you no stress? John, no trucks, no employees, no licking stamps. You give your expertise, they grow, you sell them, you make a lot of money from it. Do any of you do you want a portfolio someday? Like maybe it's real estate, business. Now, business is a great portfolio. You know why, Tom? Because there's over 10 million baby boomers going to be retiring that are business owners, and they want to hand it over to someone like Mike, right? They want to hand it over to one of you and say, hey, and if you don't help them grow their business and sell their business, guess what's going to happen? Not that we don't need people to work at Home Depot, but when I see that trades guy in the aisle, John, and he looks like he's about 85, carpal tunnel in his hands, hunched over some, walking down the aisle, putting switches in the bin, I say to myself 30 years ago, I don't think this guy woke up one morning and said, man, in my life when I grow up, I want to work at the aisles of Home Depot when I'm 85. I don't think Tommy ever said that. Now, we need someone to do it, but he's doing it because his 401k went away. Do you get it? Right? 2008 came in. These things about 401k, right? They sound really great as long as you don't retire when the market's completely dumped. That's what I always tell my financial advisors. They say to me, oh, well, Mike, in 35 years. I said, okay, but let's say 35 years, my money's in a 401k and we hit a Great Depression. What happens to me? He goes, well, there's up times and bad times. I'm like, when I'm 85, I can't have no bad times, right, John? There can't be no bad times when I'm 85. I need money making money so I can support my life, my family, my health. Give me a boom in the chat bar. Is this resonating? All right, let's get into strategies here. Lead generation strategy. I'm just going to give you the big ones to put in place today that are going to give you an instant return, okay? Affiliates. It's one of the most affordable, predictable lead generation strategies they are. Now, what are they? Everybody well, I did it here, didn't I? I did it here. I introduced you to Mike for insurance. I introduced you to the CFO company, Gaines. I introduced you guys. Why? Because they're good people. I know them. I'm referring them to you. So my question is, and I always believe this, if you want people to refer you, you should refer them first without asking anything in return. Does that resonate? Type in resonate in the chat bar. So affiliates why are they so affordable? Because and I love affiliate programs where, okay, so John or Mike says, hey, I'm going to send you a client. I'm like, perfect. Well, I'll give you a percentage of it. You know why? I have to pay Facebook marketing and Google marketing and YouTube marketing. I have to pay all you guys. I got to pay those services. So I might as well give you the money because you brought me the lead, right? So here's the thing. How many affiliates do you have of people that are referring you? If you have under 20, you don't have a good program. Take a guess. How many are you at? 2, 3? Maybe it's like every blue moon, the painter does, the car dealer does, maybe the doctor does, the dentist does. Now you have a huge opportunity because for most of you, realtors, and Mike, did you raise your hand to speak? Unmute yourself real quick. Say hi to everybody. Oh, you're muted, my man. Try now.
Okay, hi. Hi, everybody. Hey. My name is Mike McDonough, as Mike mentioned. Mike, I just want to share with you, this is a big topic for me because I have a huge network that I refer to. Yeah. And even though I don't get business back from them, I still refer to them because they're the best resource for my clients. My clients appreciate the fact that I bring them to them, that they don't have to go Google for experts. So we're taking care of a lot of headaches for those people. But like you say, if I think I have around 20 in my network, but I'm not getting it back. So I don't know, like you say, is my program, it's working from that end, but I don't expect anything back, and I don't get things back. I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that.
Well, great question, and thanks for asking it. You did just get back. I just referred you to a whole bunch of new people in my
Right.
world.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you gave, the universe said, thank you, what a kind guy. And you didn't ask me to say that. I just did it. So you see? So you don't know where it comes from. And sometimes, when you try to do, see, there's a bunch of people. I don't like to do business with people that keep score because, like, it's not a scoring game, it's a caring game. But a lot of industries and companies, Mike, they made it a scoring game. I gave you, you didn't give me. I give because if I'm in a store or there's somebody in need or someone comes to my house, you're going to eat, right? Because I give. I'm a servant of the world, right? And that's what I do. So long as you keep doing that, that's why you're successful where you're at today. Make sense? Okay. All right, everybody. So affiliates, key. If you don't ask, you can't receive. So it's okay to ask. Hey, I'm wondering, who do you know? Who do you know that I might be able to serve or help? Right? All right, let's go to the next strategy here. Social influence. Now, I'm going to tip my hat a little bit. I finally had my arm bent. Matt Boyley, my arm was bent. Enough people have been coming to me saying, Food Dog has to solve the marketing problem in the world. People, it's brutal. We don't know how to create influence online. We don't know how to do posts. We don't know copy. We don't understand all the pieces. So just a little tip, Mike, you're hearing it way early. In January, we're going to be doing a 3-day marketing training. You know why? Because I'm so fed up with what I see out there. But social influence is what I want to give you today. Social influence. Social influence is your ability not to market, but to connect to people through a vehicle, to connect. And the more that you can connect to people, okay, the more they'll pay attention to you. Now, you guys, some of you heard this, but you're going to hear it again. The knowledge business is going to be useless. The knowledge business. We're going to be in the business of wisdom. Every one of you, your greatest superpower in the next 10 years is going to be your wisdom. If your wisdom's not high, your value to the world and the market's going to be low. Why? Well, it's what Josh said, right? I could just go to the computer and the computer's pretty much smarter than you. So why should I talk to you? I'll talk to the computer because the computer has endless knowledge. It has endless knowledge. What the computer doesn't have is wisdom. It can't see your expressions. It can't feel your emotions. It can't connect all the dots because you'd have to be able to tell the history. That's why someone said to me, they said, Mike, you have coaches for you and your team? I'm like, of course. Anybody that coaches doesn't have a coach is not a coach. They think they know everything. And they say, but you've been with this coach a decade. He's with me through 2 companies I sold. He's with us now. They're like, why are you with it? I said, because wisdom comes, ready, everybody? Wisdom comes from knowing somebody over time. Mike, over time. Wisdom doesn't come from a short period. That's why I tell people, when you're in my world, the longer you're in my world, the more wisdom I know for you. How have I been able to help these guys become decamillionaires? Because a lot of them have been with me 10 years. I know how they think. I know their patterns. I know what's important to their children, to their relationship. I know when they're triggered. I know when they're falling off the track. And I just go back on the track. And then they go, Mike, I looked at my bank account. I sold my company. There's 30-something million in it. I go, exactly. Thank you for not losing connection because it's the only way I've been able to have wisdom for you. Otherwise, in the beginning, if I'm working with one of you, I have to figure it all out. That's why VIP experiences, like total immersion and experiences, you get to know a lot of people really fast. When they're not experienced, it takes a little longer to do it. Is that making sense? Give me a boom in the chat bar. So we're in the wisdom business is what you want. Social influence. Every one of you, no matter what you're going to do, unless you're going to retire and sit, dribble all over yourself and fish, which is okay if you want to do that. It's not my game. You need to raise your social influence. You have to show up to the world, but not show up saying anything. Say what's going to impact somebody. You got that? Say what is going to impact somebody. What do they say? Don't talk to their head, talk to their heart. That's what social influence is. Now, if you have social influence, I've created a lot more social influence this year because I was focused on a lot of, I have groups that we run, legacy members, and Mike knows he's in our legacy program. Brendan, I've been putting so much focus on them saying, look what's coming, get ready, making connections with them with different experts they would never have connections with, right? But now I came out and what social influence is doing, every week I'm on a podcast. I'm not asking to be on it. They're coming to me. Why? I'm talking to people's hearts. And I don't care where you're at in your business. If you're a startup, all of you should consider doing this. Now, I know some of you, you're like, I don't want my grandmother to see my crappy cookies. Well, don't put them on Facebook then. But I will tell you, if you want to see how to make a pizza, talk to my man Mike there, because me and my wife were talking about his pizzas. Actually, we wanted to know if you could make a gluten-free one, Mike, because we don't need gluten. All right, number 3. Ready? Are we tracking? Can you type in value in the chat bar? Type in value. Next strategy. Marketing. I got to give you a big bracket piece to at least get you started. I'm going to make it as simple as I can, and we're going to go a little bit longer here. Marketing is, ready, Lisa? What happens before, what happens during, and what happens after. A friend of mine taught me that, Dean Jackson. He said, it's what happens before, what happens during, and what happens after. Marketing is starting a connection between people, between companies. That's what marketing is. It's making a resonation that I think I'm interested in this. I think I want this. Do you guys want a brilliant marketing strategy? Type in brilliant in the chat bar. If you don't know how to spell it, just say yes, because I always wonder how many L's are in it. So remember what I said about my spelling, everybody. Okay. I was at Staples today, which was not my funnest experience because everybody seems to have waited last minute to get all their shit for their kids for school. So they seem to all be there with me. And but what I thought was brilliant is I had to return something from Amazon. And Amazon says, well, you could return it to Staples. And I knew I had to go to Staples anyway because we have these events coming up and we have books and folders and specialty printouts and all kinds of stuff for people that are coming. And so I went and handed the box to return, and the woman gave me the receipt, and underneath the receipt, John, said 15% off anything in the store today. Now, okay, I might as well go buy a $300 ink cartridge for the Hewlett-Packard thing, right? Because now I have this thing. So what did they do? I went in to return something to get credit, brought it to a place. They gave me a discount, which now moved me to spend money. Every single one of you should be doing that right now, no matter what business you're in. $10 off your next order, 10% off your next one, $10, 10%, $50 if you use this in the next 30 days. Can somebody put a little money at symbols in the chat bar? It's brilliant. There's no lack of strategies there right there. There's only lack of you knowing if it's the right time and the right place to do it, right? So the before is, let me tell you kind of what's happening. The during is the marketing of the transaction, what we're doing, and the after is the follow-up. the follow-up. So if Lisa does a massage and when she's done the next day, they didn't buy a package from her, or they didn't, book the next 12, or they didn't buy the oils thing, she calls them, hey, I wanted to check in how you're feeling today. By the way, we do have a promotion. Forgot to tell you yesterday. It's this. If you'd like, I'll just send you a quick link and I'll have it here next time you come in. Right? So there's always something, right, Lisa? It's like, hey, your next visit, we now have, it's a small little upgrade, but we have this special warming thing now. We have this special walk that there's always something special that someone goes, yeah, I want that. So that's the after part. So before, during, and after. In my service company, what we did before was I said, we're coming out for a plumbing problem. What I'd like you to do is I'm going to send you, Diego, you ready for this, everybody? I'm going to send you, Mrs. Jones. We're going to email you a checkoff sheet. This checkoff sheet is a great checkoff sheet to use before our expert comes to the house, Mike. And it's going to be things like, did you look underneath the sinks? Did you check your sump pump? Did you check your gutters? Is your panel box not crowded with stuff? And we want you to do that. And the reason why, Lisa, we want you to do that, because when our expert comes, whatever you check on that list of concern, our expert's going to look at it for free for you. Okay? It's going to do it for free. Is that good? Is that good, Lisa? We're going to do that? She's like, yeah. Okay, I just emailed it to you. Could you, John, check your email right now and make sure you got it? Yeah, I see it. Okay, just hit print on it. And if you want, you can just look at it on your cell phone and make any notes. Our expert will be there tomorrow, this time. Now, see, you only have to sell people shit when you didn't prepare them just to buy what they need. You don't have to sell people stuff. You have to educate them on what they don't even know. Is this powerful? Can you type in powerful? Because I don't even know if I'll share this replay, because there's so much value in this thing. It's incredible. All right. So that's the before, during, and after. All right. Let's go to another one here. We'll call it emotional connection. Emotional connection, Tom. There's a couple types of emotions, and let me share it with you. I'm going to give you high level. Those of you coming to Speaker Impact, we'll go in depth on this. Lisa, we'll go in depth on it. Emotions is first, I have my emotions. How am I feeling today? What am I doing today? How am I functioning today, Matt? Then there's my client's emotions. What state are they in? Cheryl, when I was teaching martial arts, one of the first thing I did before we started class was check the emotional state. You know why? Because if someone shows up in a bad day, someone slips and gets punched in the head, and I'm like, whoa, don't mind me, bad day. I said, you almost took his teeth out. So I knew I had to regulate quickly. That's the emotion of the client. Then there's the let's just call it community. There's the emotion of what's happening in there globally. It's what's happening on the streets and the roads and in the malls. It's the everybody's emotion. And when you're communicating with people, you need to know this emotional connection. Because if you're really happy and they're really sad, it doesn't neutralize it. It makes them hate you because you're really happy, right? If I come up and your life sucks, you're broke, your business is failing, and I'm like, today is a beautiful day. You're like, F you. F you. Did you see my credit card bill? Right? So I'm bringing you happiness to anger. It doesn't neutral out. It doesn't mix it together, and it's joy for both of us. And we sing Kumbaya. So a lot of you have not figured out one of the most important skills to master. Most important skills. And I like to think if you've been in my world for a while, you've leveraged this skill. It's called human behavior, not human judgment. Human judgment is I'm judging how you're acting. Human behavior is being curious about why did you show up early or late? Why did you dress that way? Why did you say those things? And when you get curious about human behavior, you'll know how to ask those questions, which will create an incredible, I did this when I went to the register. I always like to use language to see what are the results of it. So this one book I had printed before, Lisa at Staples, it's big because my wife's doing this intense training, the $150 book. That's a lot of printing, right? You go to Staples, you're like $150. So I said to the person, I said, hey, I was here earlier. I don't have that thing because I used it damn earlier. They got me to buy shit, John, earlier. And I bought stuff. And I said, I don't have that orange thing. And the guy goes, oh, that's special. And I'm like thinking, I returned 2 things. You gave me one of them. I'm like, okay. So I just said this. If there was like a 20% off of this book, what would that look like? And the guy goes, picks up the phone, calls over there. Hey, we got a 20% code of some kind. And the woman must have said he puts it in and took 20% off. There's just one word. I just wanted to see, am I connecting at a level that the guy goes, yeah, I'll just, now I'm sure you guys know, like selling 2 8-figure businesses, I didn't need to save $20. It wasn't about the $20. That guy, when he gave me that discount, how big do you think he smiled? He wasn't annoyed. Well, shit, John, he's not the owner, right? So he didn't care. He didn't care about the $20, but he was excited. He was so excited, he was able to serve me. And I said, thank you for that. That was very kind of you. And he sat there smiling with these 50 other moms that got their kids by the ear. And he's smiling because he saved me $20. So you don't want to rob people from these experiences. Okay. So that's emotional communication, which you have to do. We're going to go for one more for time. Okay. Here's the one more we're going to go for. Belief systems. This is a big one, so buckle up. Belief systems are, and I shared this on the podcast I was on today. Belief systems are generated by your past experiences, everything that was good and everything you perceived not good. So if you were beat as a kid and you were slapped, you were bullied, you were verbally abused, whatever it is, this now has become part of your belief system. Maybe you felt because this happened to a lot of kids. Maybe some of you have done it, so you don't have to feel bad, but you told your kids, oh, use your inside voice. I'm looking, did any of you ever say that, or probably just me? Use your inside voice. And then your kid turns 18 and you go, speak the hell up, I can't hear you. Well, you just told the kid for how long? Use their inside voice. So now they have shame to speak up because they've been shamed, right? It's like a kid grabs a big handful of candy on Halloween at a thing, and the mom goes, don't be greedy, just take one. You know what I call the kid that grabs 10 and sells half of them? An entrepreneur. That's what I call that kid, right? But you tell them, don't be greedy, take one. My mom used to tell me when I was a kid, eat all your peas. There's starving children all over the world. Shame, shame. You know what I said to her as a little kid? Mom, why don't you pack these up and mail it to them? That's what I told her. That didn't go over very well. And then I told her the effing dog. I didn't say F at that time. I did, just not in front of mom, because my dad taught me how to curse being an Italian family. I said, the dog won't eat the peas. The dog won't even eat the peas, right? So, but all of this has become your belief system. You have to work hard for money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money's hard to come by. It's hard to find good people. No one wants to work late. And you take these belief systems and you've created them into a mantra that reminds you, don't get that. You cannot have employees. And I did not forget. I got a bonus for you guys. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. You're all going to get the link for it. It's a profit book. You're going to freak out. So don't leave. We're going to go for like 8 more minutes and I'll give it to you. But I'm not giving it to anybody that didn't show up. So do not leave. And those of you not on camera, you'll have to at least show me your face for a minute. Like, hey, I'm here. Otherwise, I'm not giving it to you either. All right. Because that's part of the game. I got to see your face for a minute. All right. So here we have the belief systems. Your job is to find a way to reprogram the belief system. I don't know anybody that grew a $10 million company with a $1 million belief system. I don't know anybody. I don't. And I don't know anybody that's really good at self-talk, of beating themselves up. Who's good at beating themselves up with self-talk? Anybody? Thank you for your honesty. Yeah. I don't know anybody that beats the shit out of themselves. What are you doing? You're a failure. Is this what it's about? Look, not because I didn't ever do it. I did it for so long until life changed. When life changed and I stopped doing it, then I started to get the results that I desired. That's what we'll do at Speak Your Impact, is we're going to rip those limiting beliefs out of your head and out of your soul and like pop in an Iron Man core in there so you could go forward and stop worrying about all this stuff, because what you're playing in your mind is becoming your current reality. If you say that guy's horrible, he'll be horrible forever. And if you say there's no good people, you'll only get the crappy people. I know that happened to me too. All right. Let me make sure there's no other left. Well, culture. All right. Can I talk about culture for a minute? Will you hang on for a minute? Type in culture, because I feel it's worthy. And I'm going to talk about culture. I'm going to give you the gift. And let me give a couple other things here. We'll finish it up. But where am I going for you guys? I'm here for you guys, okay? One, let's put the links in, Aaron. Just if any of you are thinking Speak Your Impact, it's a 2-day training. There's a couple spots left. Just put in the link, fill out the form. We'll see if it's a fit for you. Venture Velocity, the 3-day event. Aaron, put the link in. And some of you that just want to book a time and talk to me because maybe you want to see if there's a partnership or you don't even know what the hell to do with yourself, just book a call with my team. I'll get on with you myself. We'll have a conversation. You'd have to do, if you want the events, you got to do that soon. If you don't want the events, and you're going to book a call with me, you're just going to have to wait a little bit because we have a whole bunch of these private events coming up. But I will get on with you. Or you could PM, private message me on Facebook. So you have the links there. And Aaron, put the calendar link in case they need to book a call or something. All right. The other thing is about culture is when people think about culture, they think about just their company. They think popcorn gets it done. I never had anybody that wanted to quit my company, Dan, go, you know what? I was thinking about quitting Mike, but that fucking popcorn, you know what, Lisa? I'm going to stay for the popcorn because he puts extra salt in it. Like, it never happened. It never happened. Popcorn doesn't keep people working in your company. It doesn't. But your company is only one culture. Your family is another culture. And people try to treat it like two cultures. Like you're saving your children from the bad people, right? I say, oh, do you share your experiences from work? They're like, no, I leave work at work. My story, I'm like, oh, you're saving the little children from the bad people? Like, what are you doing? You're not letting the two cultures. So my kids came to my work. They sat there. They watched me have meetings. And now a lot of you know my son. He's 25. He's a business expert, accountability expert. He's helped people become deca-millionaires themselves. He's 25. Why? Because I didn't keep him out of the culture. Now we have our customers are our culture. So write it down, customers. They all loop. So when we would do, one of my favorite things was, Halloween, we used to give a budget to everybody because we had a 15,000 square foot building. So give a couple $100 to every department and they would decorate the building. And I loved it. Our building for a month looked like a haunted house. It was incredible. And then we would invite everybody, all our service experts, all our employees, all of their children and family would come. They would decorate pumpkins. My kids would decorate it, have like 50 pumpkins there. We would do a safe tour for the little kids and then a haunted, scary tour for the adult kids. And we would invite clients to it. I would invite family to it. My dad would come. My uncles would come because that's a culture. And then your vendor partners, people you do business with, they're a culture. So do you see how many cultures there are? And when you combine all these, I just did it today. If anybody is looking for a rock solid financial advisor, I mean, the guy's honest, he's good, he's responsive, he works for Schwab. Some of you met him. I don't know, Mike, if you met him, but anybody at the house, I said to him just before earlier today, his name's Justin. I said, Justin, I got 3 events. He came to one of them last time. Can you imagine? This guy normally wears like, he's nicely dressed, soft hands, John. He's a Italian guy. So he's a good guy, young kid. He's a real deal like us. And I'm like, come hang out at the event, get a little bit of food. He shows up there. Next thing at night, I'm like, come here. You're going to break this board on fire. He's like, what the F is going on here? I said, just come on and do it. Now I tell him, hey, we got some events. Wait, when is it? I'm going to come and stop by. I want him in my world. Write this note down. Whoever is not in your world is confused about your world. Whoever is not in your world is confused about your world, and then they're not aligned. You try to isolate your wife from things, she's confused, she's not aligned. You isolate your vendor partners. They have to see you. I used to have the people that own the plumbing supply house sit in my truck, not my truck, the work truck. Sit in that van. I'm going to drive it. Listen to the parts. And you know what I told him, John? If you don't put the effing parts in plastic bags, you hear the rattling? That's money being damaged. Do you want me to lose money? No, Mike. No. Okay, well, put it in plastic so they don't rub and break, because I can't sell broken, scratched up shit. But I had him sit in the van with me. Take a ride with me. Come on, let's go. Give me a big boom if this is resonating and there's a lot of power in that for you. A lot of power? All right, let me give you, let me show you what I'm giving all of you that have been here. Hey, Nico, nice to see you. Okay, William, hanging strong. All right, this is what I'm going to give you guys here. I'm going to show it to you real quick, and then hold on. I'm going to wish you an amazing night. Okay, let's bring it up right here. You're going to love this thing that we built. It's super sexy. So when you see it, just type in the chat bar like, right? Because it's super sexy here. All right, here we go. Look, Profit Power Playbook. You're going to get this as a gift. This is all the different profit strategies. I hope you're typing in because I can't see it. I hope you're typing it. This is all the profit strategies that you can go check off and put inside your company. At Venture Velocity, we'll go deep on this so you leave with your individual, because there's a lot to pick from. At Venture Velocity, those of you that are coming for the 3 days, we're going to pick the ones and you're going to build your plan, the ones that are going to increase your profit and your scalability fastest. But you guys have a checkoff sheet here. Look, customer relationships, cost reduction strategies, operation efficiency. Oh, we're not done. Maybe give me another in there. Marketing and sales, risk management, strategic planning, innovation and growth, leadership and culture. Is that a great gift, everybody? Type in some love in that chat bar. I hope you guys are typing. All right, I got a lot of love in there. All right, Aaron. And by the way, those of you that don't know Aaron's my wife and I's business partner in Food Dog Group. Thank you for hanging out, Aaron. All right, hey, how do they get this report? Aaron, what are we giving them? All right, that's the link.
That's the link right there. Click on it, download it. It's that easy.
No sharing the link, everybody. It's for you guys. So click the link. Go ahead. Everybody click it. Everybody click it. Okay, everybody's clicking it. Oh, Cheryl. Man, she's like a machine. She's like, what are you kidding me? Anthony Foster. Hey, nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. All right, everybody. Andrew, Matt, click the link. Click the link. Stuart, when everybody's done with the link, can you say done, please? Can you say done? Because that's That's going to be the thing for you guys when you're done. I'm going to give you a couple more minutes. I'm going to find some music. Oh, that's a good one. We'll play this on the way out when you guys. Oh yeah, we'll play that on the way out for you guys. So you don't go to sleep. You're like all cranked up tonight before bed, sending me Facebook messages tonight. All right, let's see. Done. Thank you. Done. All right. Hey, everybody. I had a blast with you guys. We went a little longer. I hope that's okay. I wanted to keep it a little tighter than our normal ones because I know there's back to school, lots of stuff going on. Anybody interested in the trainings, we'll put the links up one more time. We got a couple spots left. Come hang out with me in person if you can handle that thing and you want to change things. If not, I'm here for you and I love you guys either way. Boom. Have a great night, everybody.